There is always a U-turn, there is always a pivotal moment in your business, in your process. You got to trust the process. Guys, I can tell you personally from my own experience switching the careers from a perfect medical career, being a doctor, working in the hospital, and spent like almost like a decade in that career, and all of a sudden I changed the career without a plan B, started something totally random from scratch, have no experience, no degree, no money, nothing in that field, and I started it because I wanted to do something that I really love it. Don't get me wrong, medical profession is a great profession, it's a noble profession, it pays you well, but then I wasn't really enjoying it. It wasn't meant for me. It was just like a stepping stone in my life, and I stepped that and I started my dream business, which was art and designing, content creation, digital products, so much more now I do in my business. And I started that without having any plan B. I have no idea how I'm gonna think so, how I'm gonna pay my bills. And I have like education loan, so I have no idea how I'm gonna pay back that loan. And I started that dream business of mine. And 2 years I was at my parents' place figuring things out and trying to make my business work. I try every possible online kind of a business strategy, side hustle, print on demand, digital products, remote job, you name it. I try everything possibly I could try it. Some things work out, majority of the things didn't work out because I know not all things are meant for me, so they're not gonna work out eventually. And I find my way. And then I started traveling to a new country. I traveled a few countries in that year, and it's been like 15 months I was traveling and figuring things out. And then I go back to my home country to see my parents, and then I was like, you know what, Parsh, we gotta go to the country that I was in, and I'm gonna settle down. So I settled down in the country. I moved to a new country, and like so much comes when you travel. Like before that I was staying at my parents' place, so I only have the expenses of living there. But now when you travel, you have other expenses add up: the flights, accommodation, transportation, you have the visa, you have the insurance, you got to take a new phone, new sim. So you have like all of the different stuffs that comes up that wasn't there before when you were traveling. Guys, if you have been traveled, you might know about it, or you haven't, you would know about it if you travel soon, whatever. So my business is supporting all those traveling and also paying the debts like of my education loan. And I was able to pay all of that stuff. And now I want to move to the next level in my business where I'm only doing things that I love it. Of course, the most of the things I'm stopped doing it that I don't love it, and I truly doing the things that I love it. But now it's like taking to the next level, even trusting more, and even going more deliberately and consciously doing the things that is working for me and that I really love it. So I can tell you my process has never been easy. My life has never been easy. A lot of the people comment on this channel and say that why you talk about this, are you a millionaire, are you a billionaire, or all that stuff. Guys, it doesn't really matter whether I'm a millionaire or billionaire or I am not. The thing is that I have so much to share with you guys based on my own personal experience. Because not every doctor has the strength and courage to switch the career, to leave their noble profession that paying them well to start with a random dream business. Nobody do that. Very few people leave their great job or good career like a doctor and start with totally random art and designing, content creation, digital products, audiobooks, and so much more. And then started traveling within just 2 years of running their business and supporting their lifestyle, paying all their debts like education loan debts, because medical field is expensive. Medical career, getting into medical college is expensive, and also very hard, because you need to be getting a good degree, you need to get the good grades, a good A grades. But that's a story for another video. And then I started traveling, and then I traveled to a few countries. I have a travel expenses, more expenses, paying my loan, fulfilling my basic expenses, and then travel expenses on top of that, and then that's on top of that. Then move to a new country, meet my partner, and like finding a balance, finding a middle ground. Oftentimes I feel like, what if this thing will going to fall off? What if all of a sudden I lose my business? Then what's gonna happen? Where I'm gonna go back to my parents? Or I'm gonna find a new job, or I'm gonna start with a new business. Like, everybody goes through some shit. That's what I want to tell you in this video, guys. I go through some shit. And oftentimes I take huge risk in my business. Like, I can tell you, when I was started traveling, I was supporting myself of my all my expenses, my basic expenses, travel expenses, my debts on my business, okay, without any help from anybody. I was supporting it. Of course, I did get some help from my parents and my brother a little bit, but rest everything was on my shoulders. So, and also I pay them back. Whatever I take it from them, I pay them back. So, no help from them anymore. So, everything was on my shoulder. And I remember when I was in the mall in Malaysia, and I didn't have the money for the next day accommodation. Seriously, I was having such situation because my bank account was on a minimum balance, and I didn't have the money for the next day to pay for the home. And I was sitting in the mall, and I was eating chocolate brownie. That was so weird. I couldn't even forget that day. That was actually 7 months in actually traveling with my business. And the next day, I received money. I received so much money that I was able to pay for my house rent for the next month, and I was able to pay for my travel expenses. But I took that risk. And I had those crazy risk moments where I had no idea where I'm going to stay or what it's going to look like. And I was traveling as a solo female traveler, so you understand it. One time I had the experience, I was in the middle of the street at the 1 a.m. and I was stuck with my scooty, and I was like, I don't know. The Google map is not working, but I don't know how to go to my place. So, life is a risk. Life is an adventure. You gotta trust it, the process. You gotta trust the path. Even if you're shaking, even if you're crying, you're sad, you're depressed, you're anxious, you're depressed, whatever emotions or feelings or thoughts you're going through, you still gotta trust. Because at the end of the day, we are the human beings, so we gonna have all these emotions. I can't tell you not to have these feelings and emotions, because I do have from time to time. I do have my time. I do have my phase. And I know everybody has it. Even the most successful people still have those moments. So I have it, but then I was like, okay, you know what? I have it, but I still gonna choose. I still gonna choose what is meant for me. I still gonna do what is meant for me. And I still do that. And I choose it. And somehow the money comes up. Somehow the money show up. Somehow the universe provide me with the resources, provide me with the help. And I don't even know how it's gonna work out, but it work out. So yes, I take huge risk in my life. And I know the risk are not gonna end here. It's not gonna end here. It's gonna be more as I go more in my life, more in my stage, growing more my business, or going to the next level and level and level and so on and so forth. The risks are never going to go away. It's just that with time, you get better equipped to take these risks, because you know that there is no plan B. There's only plan A. So eventually it's gonna work out anyway, even if it doesn't seem to work out. So trust your path, guys. I shared my personal experience in this video to let you know, guys, that everybody goes through some shit. Everybody goes through some shit. It doesn't matter whether you are a millionaire or billionaire, because millionaire also go through some shit. Because I remember my business made 6-figure in income back in the 2022. In 2023, I made really good amount of money. And then I had the crazy months after that. The income was so low. So it was like up and down. So I had like success in my business, and I still have success in my business, making 6-figure income. 6-figure in revenue, not preferably income, because in business we have revenue. We don't have an income. We don't have a salary, right? So it was like 6-figure revenue. And still I have days when I need to take risk. And I have some days, like I have the days when I take huge risk, and I have the days when I was sitting in the pool, in the hot spring, and enjoying the watermelon. Or enjoying the coconut water. I still have that days, I remember. So I have all kind of days in these last 4 to 5 years. The days were crazy because I switched career in COVID time back in the 2020, 2021. So 2021 till this right now, 2025, it's gonna be 4 years soon. I mean, 5 years for my business. would be like I started my first business in 2020 March, but then I drop out and I switch career in 2021. So it's gonna be 4 years for my switching career. So these 4 years has been crazy. I go through a lot, and I learned a lot. I achieved a lot, and I could never do that if I never trusted myself. If I never switched career, never trusted myself, I never followed my path, I wouldn't be here right now, guys, talking with you. I wouldn't be here in this new country, living all by myself and supporting myself through my business. I'm meeting amazing people, meeting my partner here. Like, I couldn't even imagine that could be possible for me if I didn't trusted my path. And these 4 years, like 4 years seems like a lot for some of you. For some of you, it's not that much, whatever. But for me, I lived so many years in these 4 years because so much has happened. Literally, so much has happened. And I've gone through so many different phases. And I'm so much grateful about it. I appreciate that. But I want to go more deliberately, more deep dive into that. And I'm gonna share my journey with more of you guys in the upcoming videos. Let me know if this kind of content, sharing my journey, helps you. Let me know if it's work as a motivation reminder. Thank you so much for tuning this video. If you enjoyed it, give it thumbs up, consider subscribing. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm Parshvika. On this channel, we talk a lot about manifesting, attracting abundance by doing what you love. If you find this interesting, consider subscribing. And I have a short mini course talking about manifesting, attracting abundance by doing what you love. The link is in description along with the finance planner. Thank you so much for tuning this video. I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.